What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be working on a custom 71 GMC that we've been working on for quite a bit. It's right over there actually. You can see some of the sheet metal. I'll show you a little bit later. But there's the Volkswagen. But actually we're going to be doing some small tabs and a mounting system for the bottom of the condenser. It's so tight in there and all that, so we need to make sure that it's nice and flush and easy to get at, and once everything is all together. But so let me get to that right now. Gauge steel, drill it. I'm gonna see if we can nutsert it and weld it up in there so we can get an easy flush mount to where we need to go, and I'll show you that in a second. All right, guys, now that I got that drilled, this is basically gonna be a bracket that I'm gonna be hopefully using to connect the condenser. Because like I said a while ago, the sheet metal that we have, it's just so close and all that, so we got to make sure we can get it through. But this is a nutsert, you can see right here, and this is a nutsert tool. Basically what you do is you open it up, screw it on, and that's basically it. You put it up in there and you squeeze. You can see that it's pulling it together, and you open it back up and then give it another squeeze, but you don't want to squeeze too much because you don't want to pull it all the way through. So let me back it up a little bit. I think I did a little too much on that one. There we go. Now you can see how much it pulled it through. All right, so as you guys can see, I basically have the nutsert in it, and I'm just gonna slide it back here where I'm at my dad's height that he wants. I'm gonna put a screw in it, which I don't have right now, but then I can see with the marker, I took the marker and basically just made 2 lines. I'm gonna go over to the bench right now and cut that, and then we can start whittling it down like I did with the other piece on the Volkswagen you seen earlier. It's always cut long and then whittle down so you can fit it in there. But we'll basically go there right now and get that done. And that's basically it. It's a small little tab. I'll take it to the grinder and clean it all up, and we'll see how it fits in there. All right, now that we're over here at the condenser and it's small enough, I can pull it out, kind of get my finger in there and get this in there. The reason why we're doing it this way is because it's going to be too hard to get some type of screw in there, and like I said, the sheet metal is so tight in here, which we'll show you at a later date of how everything goes in here. But this way we can keep everything tucked away and all the bolts down in there nice and clean. But so now you can see how tight it is. So I just need to keep whittling that down just little by little by little by little, and then we can suck it in there. So you probably won't see that in this video. I'll just get it done, and then I'll come back and have you see where it's fully fitted right now. All right, guys, I'll get that done right now. Alright guys, now as you can see that I got it all out welded in and ground down. I'm basically doing the same thing down here on this side. Across the bottom, I'll be doing just a strip of steel across. I'm going to be nutserting these holes right here on both sides because they're the stock holes. Because obviously, again, we can't get too much behind there, so I just want to be able to screw it in. And then right below that one, straight down in the 3rd hole, I'm gonna make a couple tabs that come down that will weld to that sheet metal or that strip of metal, and then we can just bolt in the back of here. Because what the issue is actually we wanted it to be solid in there and sturdy enough to be able to pretty much withstand just about anything, but we wanted it to be able to come out easy. So the top will be welded in, and we can just unbolt the bottom, get it free, unbolt the top, and it'll slide down, and we can slide it up and out of the top. So that's basically the gist of the idea that we're gonna do from there. And then with that, I'm gonna be going ahead and starting to do that. It's gonna be basically the same thing as this, just grinding and fitting, finding the measurements of the holes and all that. But I'll definitely be TIG welding that tab together to make sure it's nice and solid and grind smoothly and clean. And I'll show you that, but right now I'm gonna go ahead and start getting this taken care of. All right, guys, see you in a little bit. All right, guys, we're over here at the welding table now, and you can see that I have my plate cut out and the holes drilled. I still need to cut this side down pretty close to make sure it's nice and smooth and matching the other side. But you can see right here I have the lines marked where the holes are on the condenser that I want to put, and I have these two tabs, these 1" by 1/2 inch tabs I'm gonna be putting basically right in the center of them. I'm gonna be using the TIG right now. I'm gonna be tacking them in, running over there to make sure they're fitting correctly, and then I'm gonna come back over here and burn them all in. But before I do that, I need to grind down a little bevel on both sides of these so I can penetrate the weld really well and get it nice and strong in there and clean. And that way I can leave the weld a little bit more flat and I can grind it out smooth. And then I'm gonna flip it over and do the other side, and that's why I'm beveling both sides. So I'm gonna do that right now with both of these on a time lapse, and you can watch me weld it really quick. All right. Alright, as you guys can see, I got some nice good tacks on it. It's nice and flush and smooth. And I ground down this backside because I need to make it sure it's going to be sitting flush on the cowl in there against everything. So I'm going to go over there and test fit it right now. See to make sure these are going to be exactly tight enough and tall enough, and make sure they're sitting where they're sitting, because if not, then I'm going to break them loose and redo it again, obviously. But that's what building is. You go back and forth with a lot of things, especially doing custom stuff. But I'm gonna go there and make sure that it's good right now, and then I'll be back in a second, and then I'll finish welding this up and I'll show you that too. All right. Alright, now that's all welded up, I'm going to grind them down nice and smooth, because I just like that smooth look. I don't like any protruding welds, no matter how good they are or how bad they look. It's just my thing. But I'm going to go ahead and grind that down right now, and then the next thing you're probably going to see after I get done grinding that, it'll cut to up in the condenser and you seeing how it fits and everything. And then the next thing I'll be doing will be running the lines and doing a couple other things in the truck that needs to be done for the air conditioning. But let me get to that right now. All right, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying too. All right, so I got the tabs all done, the bottom mounting done. I got it all painted and dried and all bolted in place. You can see I still need to go up here and paint these ones, but it's got it in there just to make sure it's test fitted. But you can see down here how they're in now, and everything's nice and secure. This thing ain't gonna go nowhere. I got the lines back on it. But that's gonna be it for today on this. I got a bunch of stuff that I got going on with this one. I'm gonna be running the AC lines through the dash, cutting a bunch of stuff out of there, figuring out how I'm gonna be running the lines and mounting a bunch of fittings and bung fittings, I think they're called. But if you're interested in this build and any other builds, please stay tuned, like and subscribe. Keep your notifications on so you can keep, seeing what we got going on, and let's keep going with this channel and have some fun, guys. But that's going to be it for today. See you in the next one.